Hello. Today we're going to talk a little bit about customization and a few of the tools that Vahalo has to customize different things that you have that are already in your arsenal of tools to use within your organization. A lot of times engineers get very good at Excel spreadsheets and building Excel spreadsheets to do the types of reports and calculations that need to get done for a lot of the different type of tests that get done. Um, and so I'd like to kind of walk through the process of getting taking a spreadsheet from our client and the simple steps that we go through. We can convert that spreadsheet into an input screen that looks very familiar and does exactly the same things that your spreadsheet was doing. So I'm going to just kind of walk through this process. We have a spreadsheet that was here that we've gotten from a client that does some asphalt testing, and we'll just kind of walk through what we do to make that work. It's actually a very straightforward process. To begin with, we'll just simply cut and paste what we have in here and over on a blank spreadsheet or whatever, we will paste that in here. And when we do that, we're going to get all of the information that comes through. We'll clean up. Maybe there's some columns that we'll get rid of. But on the places where we're just entering data, we have a special type of input that we put in here for each one of those types of situations. And each one of those will have a format that we format with Excel formats with decimal places and font sizes and any of the things that you might be able to do. And of course, most of the time we'll come right in. We might change a little bit of the shading in the background. We've got a place where we can put in some tab order information. We can do different types of information, and we can do drop downs so that if there's drop downs that need to come in, those can happen. But for the most part, we just put some of these inputs in, and the calculations that were done in the previous Excel spreadsheet come right across, and those we don't have to change typically. Or we can, of course, add things that we need to do. We got averages in here. We've got other calculations that have come right across and done exactly what we need them to do. Once we've got this organized and with kind of a few of the special formulas in here and doing the things that we want to do, we go into the add-ins and we just create a web worksheet, and this creates a file out on here where it's an HTML file, and this HTML file is kind of where the Excel spreadsheet is converted into HTML code automatically. This is generated in an instant, and this file is what we can drop out into our resources on your site, and we end up with an input form that looks very much like the Excel spreadsheet looks like. And this is the actual Vahalo site out in with a project in an asphalt task, and we've created an HMA sample, and we've created a volumetrics form. And if you're familiar with what we do, this is kind of what a form looks like. We get through the progress, we put some data in our custom inputs. Now this is just one custom input now that we can enter whatever information in that we need to, and we'll see that the calculations are coming out exactly the way that our example showed, and everything's doing exactly what we want it to be able to do. So anyway, that's just and then of course we can do the final report and get things out the door, and that's how we can customize a spreadsheet that you've been working on. You don't have to feel like the investment that you've made is going to get lost. We just build on the things that you've done. Of course, we've done most of the tests that you might have out there, and we might have one that's already done doing exactly what you're doing in your spreadsheets. But if you've got one that we haven't got, it's a very simple process for us to get things updated and put out onto the system. So anyway, thank you for taking a few minutes to learn a little bit more about how Vahalo can be customized to meet your exact needs.